Hi, I'm Ellen. I'm the founder and CEO of the New Bonn Institute for Journalism and Constructive Dialogue. And we are in a non-profit organization, and we're the only place in Germany where public and private media join forces to work on the future of journalism. I'm a journalist myself, and I spent quite some years with Deutsche Welle trying to advance digital transformation. And at some time, I started to wonder why our industry is taking digitization solely as a technological challenge. While the world was changing rapidly, we hardly ever discussed how journalism itself needed to change. But we can see the results of this neglect. News avoidance is on the rise. Most people, a lot of people, feel overwhelmed by the negativity of the news, and that's where the Bonn Institute comes into play. I want to transform journalism to be more human-friendly. Others would call it user-centric, but it's all about putting people's needs at the heart of journalism. So how can we achieve that? I brought 7 habits of highly relevant journalists with me, 7 simple hacks. And the first thing we need to talk about is the impact of our journalism. If we want to scare people, or if we want to make them freak out about the future, we can just keep doing what we're doing. It's fine. Google searches in climate anxiety have soared about 600% in the last year. But if you want to make sure that people get all the information they need, even in times of crisis, we need to understand that negative news hits our brains 5 times stronger, and that we only have the choice to get angry or pull back. And what we're seeing is that people are pulling back, right? So what we need to do now is to start listening to our audience's needs and to figure out how we can keep them engaged even in times of crisis. For instance, at the Bonn Institute, we're currently researching traditional forms of war reporting in relation to user needs. And what we found out is that people are really interested to know what's going on, but at the same time, they want more perspectives, they want less opinions. And what they also tell us is that they want us to tell them about solutions for all the problems they are currently having. So if we, for instance, start to report as rigorously on solutions as we already do on problems, we are really creating added value for the people. And the good news is, the newsrooms that are already experimenting with reporting on problems and solutions find that it really pays off. People engage more, and a lot of them are willing to pay for subscriptions or membership programs. So if you agree with me that a focus on solutions might be a good strategy for your newsrooms, then you might want to upskill your newsroom's skills and learn to ask solution-oriented questions, because that's nothing we learn at J-School, right? So you could ask, did you see an improvement? How did that work? What can others learn from it? That's how mediators shine light on resources and potentials, and that's something we can really learn from them. We are also trying to think in binaries. Journalists think either or, black or white, pros and cons, but the world is much more complex. So we need to embrace complexity to earn people's trust. And wherever we embrace complexity, we'll find common ground. This is of utmost importance in an era of rising polarization. Journalism can only flourish in a society where people still talk and listen to one another, and we as journalists can actually do something about that. So if we do all that, ask better questions, listen with empathy, look for solutions and common ground, we'll fulfill actual user needs, and we'll be an ally of the people. I know that's less glamorous than being the opponent of the powerful, but it pays off, and it helps us to offer urgently needed guidance for people in difficult times. I strongly believe that seeing ourselves as allies of the people even helps us to tell better stories that are really relevant. And my bonus advice, forget about objectivity. Let's be aware of our biases and acknowledge that our view is just one view. Let's hire people who can help us see the world through many different eyes. 7 simple hacks. Remember them, maybe write them down, put them in your pocket, try them out. It'll be fun, and I promise it'll be worth it. For you, for your newsroom, and for your media company. So thank you for your attention. Thanks for listening. That's our newsletter. It's great. Please sign up. And yeah, that was it. you.